Hi, my name's Amanda, and this is Amanda Started a Podcast. This week, I'm not filming my intro outro in like my normal apartment. I'm actually in this gorgeous hotel room, so the lighting is fucked, but who cares, right? Beatrice Bridget Beery comes on the podcast this week to talk about all sorts of fun things, but mostly we hit on friendship and how that's like one of the most important things in this lifetime, if not the most important thing. Me and Bea have been friends for like 5 or 6 years, but when we met, it was like fast friends. Like we just felt like we were always friends or friends in a past life. It's one of my favorite people and one of my favorite places. We filmed this in Amagansett at the beach, and it was fucking gorgeous. I love being at this specific beach so much. Like it's one of my favorite places ever. Like when I first started getting into like meditating, like I would envision myself being there as like my happy place or like my peaceful place. And like sometimes I still even do that now. We had to have a change of scenery halfway through the episode. If you are watching it on video and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, I know. I see what you're seeing. And yeah, it's fun. Not one scenery, but two. But if you're listening to this with just your ears, you won't notice a dang thing. I think like it's really cool through this episode and through us talking. I feel like you can see how incredible Bea is and like how she really is like such a fucking ride or die. It's really inspiring to me to have friendships like this, but I also hope that it does inspire others that watch this episode. She's the best. This is certainly not the first episode we talk about the importance of friendship, and definitely won't be the last.
You know what I think about when we met, and I always think this when I meet new people, you saying we were in a pod together. We're in pods.
Like a soul pod from like past
Describe
lives.
the soul pod.
Yeah, so the soul pod idea is that you travel through all of your lives with the same soul pod. So like we could have been like neighbors in a past life,
Sisters.
or like sisters, or like I don't fucking know, like
coworkers,
anything. But we've lived every life together because I feel like that's
our souls have been hovering together.
And thinking about it now, it's kind of like, well, a lot of the people that you meet in your life are dealing with similar issues or help you work through some issues that you needed to overcome. Like our moms being the same crazy way about certain things, and like how we bonded in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about that really resonating with me is I don't make friends, like new friends.
I was going to say that. Well, because, okay, so wait, let's talk about how we met, because I think this is really big. Because when I heard about you through Laura, she was like, oh my God, Bea's amazing. You would fucking love her, but like she doesn't want to be friends with you.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, someone doesn't want to be friends with me? What are you talking about?
This lame girl.
And I'm also like in my era of like wanting to always make people like me.
How old were we? 25?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think 25. When I heard about you, I was like, I will make everyone like me. Like that was very my vibe at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Very like people
pleaser. Yeah.
Then we got cast to be models. So
by our mutual friend.
Our mutual friend was working for ThredUp at the time. There was a campaign with Olivia Wilde.
Shout out Natalie.
I got there and you were the first one there and I was the second one there.
In the little room?
Yeah, and I walked in and I was like, and you were like on your phone and I was like, okay, girl.
Did you know who I was?
I knew who you were because Laura had said to me, oh my God, Bea's amazing. She's so great, blah, blah, blah. But she doesn't want to be your friend. And I go, what are you talking about? And she was like, well, she doesn't make new friends. Like
Which is crazy and true.
Yeah.
But also like she was also a new friend.
That's what she was like, I barely got in there. It's as if like the gates were closing and she snuck her foot in. So that's and then we met at the shoot.
Yeah.
We obviously were models. And then after it was like we both had taken off from work. And it was like 4 when the shoot wrapped.
First of all, I got a blowout for it because they wouldn't do our hair and makeup.
Yeah, I was the only one that got my makeup done.
You got your makeup done?
I got my makeup done. And then they said no time for anyone else.
Maybe it was 2017, 2018 or whatever. I was doing like full YouTube glam where I had full eyeshadow, everything. I showed up. I had the most makeup on out of all of them. And I was like, oh, it's not this kind of shoot. You don't want me with copper eyeshadow on and a red hair matching.
And then at 4 p.m. and we were like, or I definitely said it first because this is always what I say any day of the week at any time, giving any moment. I was like, should we get happy hour?
And I was like, yeah, we should, which is really crazy of me.
Yeah, off-brand.
Off-brand.
Yeah.
Not the happy hour part, but like going out with someone I don't know.
Right.
And then we just started gabbing.
Yeah.
And had a great time.
Exactly. I feel like it was one of those friendships that felt like what I have to imagine what all soulmate love it. It was love at first sight.
Yeah.
Vibes.
Well, then I can't even remember us like hanging out next and
It was just like
it
we
being
were
weird. Like it was just like we're friends now.
Yeah, no, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
It was like automatic.
But yeah, I do have a hard time, not in a bad way, people making new friends or letting people in, because I don't know if it's about protecting my energy or like not. I just am not a people pleaser in some ways, and sometimes I am, but like I don't need them to like me, especially if I don't like them.
Yeah.
And I'm very clear, if I don't like someone, if I don't fuck with them, like it's over.
But you're never rude. You're literally never rude.
No,
You give zero energy. It's like I can see this, like I feel like you put up the imaginary like blockade.
Yeah.
And you're not giving anything, but you're never mean. You're always very sweet and kind.
I think it's also I don't ever experience FOMO.
Yeah.
So like if my friends are going out with people and I don't really like fuck with their vibe, I'm like have so much fun, but it's not gonna be me. Like,
right.
Because I know we'll have fun another day.
Being friends with you has opened my eyes and being like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Have fun. Bye. And like truly like being like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Which honestly, one of my old coworkers, Steph, also a Leo, also the same way.
You think it's that?
I don't know, because I don't really know if I know that many other Leos that I feel that way about.
My ideal dream date with my friends is watching TV together.
And gabbing about it.
And gabbing.
Yeah.
Binge watching series.
Which is honestly, we've done that so many times together.
Yeah.
Because I love that too.
I think also a formative thing for our friendship is that you would just invite me to your house and one that I remember so distinctly is the 1975 concert where you had just gone to the 1975 concert and then found a bootleg YouTube recording of the entire concert the next day and was like, we're watching this together.
Like 2 hours lock in. Oh my God, do you know, actually this is what I was thinking about today on my walk. I was thinking about your hot take following the Lady Gaga concert we just went last week. We also went to Taylor Swift last summer, the Eras tour, but what you said.
Okay, well, let's just say I love both of them. They are so good. Lady Gaga is my number one. Concerts are too long.
Yeah. She said we left because we also drank. I don't drink so much anymore, like quantity-wise.
We didn't really drink.
No, but I was drunk and then I felt sick from the tequila. I was like, no. And so I was like, ugh. But we left and you were like, concerts are too long these days. Like, make concerts shorter again. And I'm honestly like, because I was exhausted at Taylor Swift.
Well, there was an opener, which... Yeah.
I was standing in my little back.
And it was in the sun.
We were in the sun for so long. It was so hot.
Yeah, and it was just too long. Concerts are too long. I can only imagine Katy Perry's is way too long.
Also, when we met, you were the first friend I'd ever made from, like, genuinely not, like, the Northeast / California. Like, you're my first middle America friend.
Really?
Like, are you my only one still? I think.
That's amazing. I'm from Iowa.
Yeah. I've never met anyone from Iowa before.
Everyone always gets that. And then I always get, you're from Idaho. And I'm like, no, Iowa. Midwest princess. It's the corn.
Yeah, it is Midwest princess. You were the original Midwest princess.
And what did you think?
Well, I just was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you're not giving Midwest in the way that, like, you're not saying pop anymore, even though it is
pop. I had
to
teach myself. Yeah. And sometimes I, like, let it slip because pop is fun.
Yeah, pop is way more fun.
But I think it is my parents, and specifically my dad, that they are full Midwest, but, like, allowed me to not be put in the Midwest box.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad box, but, like... Very open. Yeah. Like, I'm from a super small town, too. Yeah. That I would say is conservative. But, yeah, he's just very open. My mom's open. I just think also what helped is my dad had kids later in life. Mm-hmm. His first kid was when he was 40. And, like, I feel like you're an adult. Like, you've matured a bit more.
Yeah.
And so... he was able to raise, and he was like, I always wanted 2 girls. Like, I did not want boys.
Yeah.
And he got 2 girls. And I think, like, he was just prepared to, like, allow us.
Be a good dad.
Yeah, to be girls.
Because he really sounds like the best fucking dad.
He's the best. I'm, like, literally repping him
Yeah,
right
literally.
now.
Tom Beery photography. Let's get it. I just love the way you talk about him in stories and how he was, like, emotionally and physically there for you, and like was into the beauty and makeup and clothes, and was into buying you nice dresses and like prom stuff.
The story I always remember is actually a story from my sister, and we went to a Catholic school all through high school and grade school. One thing we would do is at prom, you would go to church before prom.
That's insane.
I know.
Were people not fucking then?
No. Well, people were.
But it was like...
I wasn't. And my sister got this insane dress. Think like J-Lo Google search image dress.
The green?
Yeah, but
You're
it was
kidding.
pink.
Uh-huh.
And it had pink zebra, leopard, and cheetah print.
Okay.
All mismatched.
I need that now.
It's iconic. And it was super low. And then it had a high slit.
Uh-huh.
And so when we went to buy it, they had like a modesty panel that's super low, right? And what happened was my sister was about to go to church, and my dad was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Well, it's church." And he's like, "If you're gonna wear the dress, wear the dress." And so she did wear the modesty panel. And then I remember people in my grade saying, when Mame, which is my sister, iconic name, when Mame walked into church, the gates of heaven opened. And like, that's also my dad. Also, one of his famous sayings was "Tease don't please."
Yeah.
And I think I live by that.
When would he say "tease don't please"?
When I was going out for dates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, "Tease don't please."
But I love that.
I know. It was hilarious. But it definitely like formed my path in life. And then also I have a fiance who's very similar in ways to my dad, and I was seeking that for a partner.
Yeah. Obviously all parents kind of influence very deeply how you are as a person.
Yeah.
But being loved and being like supported and being like, hell yes, queens, we're getting these amazing dresses.
Exactly.
The gates of heaven are opening up for us. When did you decide? Obviously you work in beauty now, you worked in hair before.
Yep.
But like, were you in school when you were like, I want to be in this industry? Or like, did you go to school thinking like, I don't know what I want to be?
I went to school in my mind thinking I was going to be a broadcast journalist.
Okay, gorge.
Hello, this is Beatrice Beery.
Yeah.
And then I went to ASU for the first 2 years. And
Arizona State University.
Go Sun Devils.
Party school.
Shock 'em.
Yeah.
Quite literally a party school, and I don't party.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting choice for me. I also hate the heat. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just trying to be different.
Yeah.
You know,
Different
girl
you're from Iowa. Yeah.
Then I found out that the broadcast journalism school was on a second campus that was like not anywhere near the first.
Yeah.
And like super small. And I wanted to be like the sorority life, doing the whole thing. And so I was like, I'll just be a comm major.
Yeah.
Because
you don't want to like travel.
Right. And then I could transfer after not having to live in the dorms at that place.
Yeah.
And then I never transferred because it seemed like a lot of work.
And you famously don't love work.
I don't. Yeah. And so I wanted to be a comm major or a broadcast journalism, but I ended up being comm, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, I transferred to University of Iowa, go Hawks. My sister worked as a receptionist at a hair salon.
Uh-huh.
And I infamously had to pick up her W-2 for tax season.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and then one of her best friends was a hairdresser there and goes, "Do you need a job?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I do. When can I interview?" And that's how I kind of got into actually the beauty industry. But I would go farther back to say I was obsessed with watching the YouTube tutorials because I had bad skin.
Ah.
That's where it stems from.
That's also where my makeup loving stemmed from too, I feel.
I like got into college, gained a lot of weight because like you're in the cafeteria dorm. Like I want like unlimited cereals. And I got really bad cystic acne.
Yeah.
And so then I remember asking one of my sorority sisters, like, can you go to Sephora with me and tell me like the best foundations to cover this up?
Yeah.
Not realizing there's so many.
Yeah.
And like it depends on your skin type and all the things. And so that's where it kind of started.
That's
my
so
love for makeup.
That's also very similar to me because I got to school. I always wore like fun makeup because I feel like I was like, oh, matching my outfit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Always eyeliner vibes, like very emo of it all from the beginning. But then
in high school, eyeliner?
Yes. And like I was doing bottom eyeliner, no mascara.
I mean, it's kind
really
of
intense. Yeah, now, right?
Yeah.
Then I go to school. I also had really bad acne, and I was like in my sorority, like everyone was stunning.
Yeah.
Like drop dead.
Same.
And then we would go out. Everyone had full faces of makeup, and I remember I had some like Neutrogena, some shit from like CVS foundation, which I remember one night, like, my skin was just dead ass orange, and I kept trying to put more on to like make it.
Would you bring it out?
No, I was at
Okay.
I was at Monica's dorm
Yeah.
getting ready,
Okay,
and then I
okay.
was like, what the fuck? Everyone else looks amazing, and then I went to Blue Mercury, like,
Gee, fancy.
well, because it was on UPenn's campus actually, and it was like 2 blocks away from my house. So I think I was coming back from work one day, and I just stopped in, like, not knowing.
Yeah.
And they just did full. I got tinted moisturizer, Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer foundation.
Classic.
And then from there on out, everyone was like, "Oh my God, your skin looks amazing. Your skin looks amazing." Famously, since then, I've stopped wearing like face makeup, but,
which inspired me
Yeah.
to stop, because I kept saying, your skin looks amazing. What are you wearing? And you'd say nothing. Like,
But okay, so you start working at the hair salon.
yep.
Are you like passionate about it? Are you being a front desk? You're being secretary? Yeah.
Yeah,
hairs?
receptionist, not washing hairs,
Okay.
but sweeping the floors and like booking appointments, checking people out. And it was fun. It was like a great job to have in college. And they were obviously super flexible about my hours. And I met like, I love hairdressers and like makeup artists and like creatives like
And
that.
working
They're
with
like,
them.
yeah, they're so fun. And so I just had like such a great time, met a lot of friends doing that. And I was about to graduate.
And were you graduating with a comms degree from Iowa?
Yeah. And I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had an interview set up in my hometown because I was like, I guess I have to move back home.
Yeah.
For like, because I don't know what I want to do. And the owner of the salon was like, I think you'd be really great to work for this hair care brand we carry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just got the chills. I didn't realize that's how you got into Oribe.
Yeah. And so I was like, I do too.
Yeah.
And so she was like, okay, well, my sister-in-law is really good friends with the founder's EA.
Yeah.
So
Shut up.
yeah. So get your resume together and let's see what like entry level positions are open. And I remember I put my resume together and I included a selfie.
That's very, like, Europeans, like, literally have that now. So, like, I'm confused, but yeah.
But I was looking tea. I had blue eyeshadow, like royal blue eyeshadow. I looked amazing. I was like giving creative. I was like, they need to know what I look like. Not in a vain part, but like in a I love makeup and beauty.
Yeah.
And so I sent it and they were like, we have an education and events position open or a sales position. We want to interview you for both.
Sick.
So then I interviewed for both with the 2 different hiring, and I just didn't see myself in sales. And long story short, I had the interview process, and the person interviewing me was from Iowa and went to University of Iowa.
Yeah.
Like 30 years before me, and he was T, and I loved him. And so they hired me, and I called my parents and said, Mom and Dad, in 2 weeks, I'm going to move to Miami, Florida. And I'm going to live out of a hotel until I can find a place. And then my mom was like, well, my sister's a teacher, so she's off in the summer. She'll drive you down. And
You
so I
drove
had
to Florida?
Yeah, because I wanted a car.
Oh my God.
Broke down twice.
No.
Yeah, and then I had PTSD from driving. But
Yeah.
she was so lovely. My aunt took me and we saw a bunch of different places. And then from there, I'd been in the beauty industry since. So first in hair, and now at a retailer who shall not be named.
So when you move from Iowa to Arizona, obviously everyone has, not everyone, but most people at this time in their life move to a new place, a new school. And so it's a little different than moving as an adult person to a new city where you don't know anyone. I mean, I feel like college is different when you move to a place because it's not like a full, like a lot of people are new, so it's different.
Yeah.
You moved as an adult to a city. Did you ever go to Miami before?
I don't think so. No.
So, like,
I had been to Florida.
Yeah.
For like Disney.
Yeah.
And Universal.
You moved from Iowa as an adult, starting their first job, to Miami. You've never been to Miami.
Yeah.
What do you remember were like your biggest takeaways, like culture-wise, but also like finding it hard to like make new friends or not?
Yeah. No, it was really hard. Thankfully, everywhere I've went, I've made friends in my job and really lifelong great friends. And so that was the first way I could make friends. And then they would introduce me to their outside friends. But no, Miami is like a different beast. They're very close-knit and closed off, which it's kind of like karma for me. But once you're in, you're invited to like the family barbecues and everything. But it was lonely for a while. I remember I was crying because I didn't have a bed. And
amongst other things, I'm sure. But like not having
but
a bed is a big
struggling.
Yeah.
I was struggling, and it was the first time I was living alone in a studio, and my dad had to like come down and fly down and like get a bed for me and like help me set up, and we went to IKEA and like all that stuff. But I think just putting myself out there and making great friends at work really helped. And I infamously love to be inside, and I'm not a party person, so that was like very hard to make friends because
everyone parties.
And I was also like in an entry level coordinator role, making no money. Miami is infamously very expensive. I hear friend groups break up when they go to Miami trips. And so I was definitely clinging on to friends at work, which became really close friends that I still have. So
and then you're there for 5 years, right?
3 years.
3 years. And then what made you move to New York?
So I was there for 3 years, and it was like a parent company for the brand, and they were selling off Orbe to another company or getting ready for sale. They were breaking apart from, and not in a bad way, just they were ready. And so all the positions for that specific brand were going to be located in New York. And I was like, I need to move to New York. Like, it had been a goal. One of my best friends, Chris, lived in New York for those past 3 years and still was there.
And best friend from school.
Yeah, since kindergarten. We've known each other. And we became close in high school. And then lived together in college. And so I was like, I need to interview for
the New York role.
Yeah, and my boss at the time, I've had great mentors, was like, yeah, I don't know what, like, our department is going to be in a transition, and I really think you should go try to get this role and like put in a good word for me.
Sick. Okay. And also, sorry, I forgot, I wanted to like quickly harp on the job you were having in Miami. Back to what you were saying about loving hairdressers, loving makeup artists, loving basically these types of creatives. You were working directly with them in Miami, but for events all over the world, or just national?
The Miami job was tied to a specific venue.
Okay.
So it was like a studio space.
Okay, cool.
That we would host classes in. That like hairdressers were the people taking the master classes.
And you got to work with them, and that was kind of like your main part, like responsibility.
Exactly. And then in New York, still doing events, but all over the U.S., which was fun because I got to travel so much, and infamously it was like single, so it not that it matters, but like I really was just living my life, and like I'll go to Seattle, yes, I'm going to Austin, like I'll go to New Orleans 3 times a year.
So fun. So you moved to New York, your mentor puts in a good word for you, but what is the new role in New York?
It's the same role. It was like a lateral move,
but that was for more venues.
Right, we're finding the venue, we're doing the catering, like all those things. And I just realized I love events. I love interacting with people. That's really the biggest thing, and I love the beauty industry like so much to the point where I'm like, maybe I could do this haircut after watching it so much.
But you started in high school and college, whatever, watching YouTube tutorials. How sick is that? And then you were literally you're the event coordinator, the event producer behind these sick events that now like younger versions of you in the Midwest, little Bea from Idaho.
But also, this is so random, but I feel like you can relate. I was a girl, like we could dress up for church. We'd have church once a month at our high school, and I was wearing heels.
Oh, I was wearing heels as well. I was wearing heels in high school.
What was I up to?
No, but even like Jeff was always like, people are like, oh, you wore heels in high school. I forgot you wore heels in high school, because I tell people that because I was, but not in a weird way.
No.
I was doing it in like this is my fit. And I'm wearing summer wedges.
That's iconic. I only wore them once a month. For church. But no, I was wearing heels, and it was because, and I feel like we can talk about this, I am so inspired by my sister. And even now more, I look back and be like, oh, I did all of those things because she said it was cool. And I had to have been hella annoying because I was like copying every single move she was doing.
But that's
and
so
she wore
cute.
heels.
And copying is the highest form of flattery, in my opinion.
See, that's the thing. I will be so upfront. I'm like, I'm so inspired by you. And I kind of want this outfit.
And you should get it.
And it's amazing.
On you. They also have it in pink and brown.
Remember when we had that friend that like didn't want you to copy.
I never copied anyone.
No. The shoes. It wasn't my friend. It was your friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
For that night out.
Yes. I think it's so bizarre when friends are
that.
like, I don't want you to wear the same thing as me.
So
I literally today was like, why aren't you wearing
this shirt? Because I do have a Tom Berry photography shirt, obviously. No, we were going to a party.
Yeah.
And I was wearing the same shoes as our friend. And she was like, can you take those off? I don't want you wearing the same shoes. And I was like,
crazy.
What? And I think, did I have them before her? I'm not even joking. I think I had them.
I think you guys just had the same shoes. It wasn't like you saw them.
In my mind, I want to be like, I had them first. And then she had the gall to say that to me.
It was so bizarre, though. It wasn't like they were like
I've always
neon
been, like,
orange shoes that everyone would see. They were black, I think.
I mean, they weren't. But
no? What color were they?
They were this color. They were pink.
Really?
I'm pretty positive.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
Be a fact.
But I think
always lie.
No, famously loves to lie.
I do love to lie.
A little lie here and there.
It's so fun.
No, I do think that's crazy. I've always been like, the more the merrier. Everyone's included. I want us all to wear the same matching fucking outfit.
100%.
Let's rock. Let's have a great time together.
Like, let's be the girl group.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's rock and roll.
Spice Girls.
Yeah, because you have to be confident in yourself to know you're like rocking it a different way.
Yeah.
And it's just so fun that we're rocking it together.
Yeah. And we're always going to do it in our own way. Like, even last night, we went to this bar last night that's like gorgeous for sunset. And like this couple walked in and I was like, oof, like they like think they're doing a thing. Also, so judgmental of me. And I'm not trying to be judgmental, but like they thought they were like
things about people. It's like human nature.
Yeah, but I guess basically like I was like, oh, they really think they're doing a thing with these outfits. And then I said to Bea, but like I fucking probably look like that to people right now wearing my see-through white dress. But then I do think like you have a vibe, you have an energy.
Yeah.
Like if you're in something that you feel confident in, that radiates.
Yeah.
If you're in something that you're trying to look cool in, I think that radiates too. And I've been there.
Yeah.
Like I think because Monica and I even talked about this when she was on the pod, like when you look at photos of me from college, when I was trying to fit into the sorority vibe and I'm wearing like these like hot girl outfits, it's like, that wasn't my vibe.
Was it like influenced by the people you were around, even though it was your own spin on it?
Yeah, totally. I definitely feel like I just wanted to be a hot girl because like I was never like the hot girl that all the guys wanted in high school or in college. Like I just like wanted that.
Yeah.
And like surrounding myself with that, then also wanting to wear like what they were wearing kind of vibes. But that's just like not me.
Yeah. But it's funny because I am like no new friends, but I'm so influenced by my friends. Like now I feel like Yusef has like influenced what I wear, and not in a bad way. It's just like I love matching.
Yeah. Like, well, I could see him and like, weren't you guys looked so cute together last week? And
which one?
The all black? All black. Yeah. It was giving hot couple.
I was like, we look like a goth couple in
you
my
look
dreams.
Hot as fuck.
Yeah,
but you did not look goth. You looked like fashion.
What about my eyebrows?
The eyebrows are amazing. Did we talk about this? We were in line for merch at Lady Gaga, and the couple behind us,
so cute.
Oh my god, the boy had the best ass in the world, and the reason I know that was because like the whole butt was showing through his like little pants. They were like leather with like a hole,
but it was like a heart.
It was like a heart around his butt. It was so cute. So then I was like, oh my god, I love your pants. And then he turns to you and goes, oh my god, bleach eyebrows for Gaga, love.
Yeah.
And then did he go like this? I think he did. But I was like, what if you just had bleached eyebrows? Like it was for Gaga, but
it was 100% for Gaga.
What if you just had bleached eyebrows?
Also, like down to it, she influenced me.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't for the concert.
Yeah.
Like she is one of the most famous people that's loving
or
the
what if
eyebrows.
I influenced you and I had bleached eyebrows?
Yeah. Well, you do influence me so much. And I think that's a good sign of friends. Like I said, it's like the jealousy thing is weird to me.
Envy, I feel very strongly towards people, like, to be completely candid, like an Alex Cooper type, who I'm like, she is absolutely killed growing a brand, a media conglomerate. Like, she has done it.
Yeah.
She's done such a good job at it. In her own way of like, I do not want the same type of podcast as her. I do not want the same type of fans as her. Like, I know we're all different, but like I can sit here and be easily jealous and envious of that. Like I really can. But like to be jealous and envious of your literal friends, like I do not comprehend.
It's so bizarre to me. It's just not a thing that I think about because I'm like so happy for their successes and I'm like, oh my god, like are we all gonna be rich and I can live with you? I'll be your assistant.
And this is the dead ass thing. Like when my friends succeed and get like accolades in something that they really wanted, or like if you get this job that you're interviewing for, like I will be more excited for you than if I got it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel for my friends. I'm so happy for them. I'm so excited for them. Like, I can't imagine not feeling that way.
I know.
And, like, if you're not supporting your friends, I don't get it. Like, I'm hitting that double tap like on every single thing my friends are posting.
Same.
Like, what do you mean?
But it's also like, if you're true friends, you know how much it would mean to me to get that success. So that's why it also is like sweeter. But like some friends don't share.
Yeah.
It's very like competitive.
But the thing is, like, and I think I didn't realize that, like, when I didn't have like the best of friends, honestly, until my mid-20s.
Which I love hearing you talk about.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Well, I think it is, because I literally, like I said, I was trying to be a hot girl, trying to fit in this box, trying to be liked by people for so many different reasons. But, like, especially in college, I would go to pre-games and parties and I wouldn't be in a single fucking photo from the entire night.
What?
And my boyfriend at the time would be like, wait, were you at this? And I'd be like, yeah. Because people would make me take the photos.
You lie.
I am not kidding. I took every single photo all the time for people. And I was just like, well, I'm just like happy to be here.
Yeah, because you're like volunteering.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do it
No,
for
no.
you.
I did. Bea Amanda, can you take this? And I would be like, yeah, of course. Because I'm just like happy to be in the room, to be accepted by these people. But they wouldn't even like, I was literally taking all the photos, like genuinely.
Give me their names.
And I'm like, but seriously. And now I'm like, those aren't your friends. If people are doing that, those are not your friends. I wish I knew, like, your friends support you. Your friends don't leave you out. Like, that's not it.
Yeah. I love that our theme is friendship, because it does inspire, like, our friendship inspires me.
Same.
I'm curious, because I do think we have different approaches to making new friends, like we've kind of established. How do you realize when, like, for me, I'm going to be like a lifelong friend versus like someone you've met maybe more in recent times that is like, oh, actually, they're not my friend. Like, there's obviously blatant signs like that, but like sometimes it's not.
Moving to Berlin, it was similar in that, like, moving to Philly and having those friends and then realizing, oh my God, like, these are not my friends.
Yeah.
I think, like, I then after that thought, like, friendship wasn't for me. And I thought I just wouldn't have friends this entire life. I was like, okay, that's not for me.
I remember you, yeah.
Like, whatever. But moving to Berlin was very similar. You're all alone. You're trying to make friends. And you have a scarcity mindset and you go somewhere and, like, just being friends with, like, kind of anyone. And also on people pleasing, you move to a place and the issues that you may have had or, like, the things you haven't worked through, like, those things follow you. They're not just gone. So I think, like, one of the things that I didn't realize I had to work through my people-pleasingness, having friends versus having great friends, and especially leaving New York with, like, these amazing people that I have surrounded myself with now, like you, Emma, Jeff. Like, I remember when I was leaving, I was so upset.
I remember. You were like, I can't believe I'm leaving true friends. Like what am I doing?
Like,
but we all were so excited, minus sad, because obviously I didn't want you to leave. Like, and it was the right
I just felt like it was a gut feeling I had to follow. Which now I definitely, like, I never thought it was a bad decision, but in the beginning, acting out of a scarcity mindset is no bueno.
Yeah.
So I think, like, when I finally stopped doing that is when I, like, really started making really good friends. To your point, your question, like, friendship isn't forged overnight.
Yeah.
There's, like, levels that you go through with friends. You've been there for me. I've really been there for you. Like, you show up, like, things that I value in friendship, like, you do those things. And it's, like, not once, it's consistent.
Yeah.
But then, like, with other people, when you realize, oh, this isn't my friend, and maybe that's something that I've realized recently, it's like, oh, you've consistently not shown up. You've consistently not been there. But, like, you might have been there once or twice where, like, thought that you were there more than you were. It was more selfish. Like, you kind of, like, you get to know people deeper.
Yeah, yeah.
In deeper situations. And just because you've been friends with someone for 10 years does not mean you need to be lifelong friends with them.
Facts.
I think people make that mistake. The people I was friends with in middle school that treated me like garbage, why would I value their friendship just because we've known each other for 20 years?
But you do have lifelong friends too.
No, I do.
Like the ones I met this past weekend.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. But I'm saying, like, the people that
you
have treated...
You don't have to
like,
keep them around.
Or, like, my mom's friends that, like, have literally treated her like shit after they've been friends for, like, 40 years. Like, okay, well, that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Like, just because you've been known each other for 40 years, like, all relationships are work in a sense. You need to meet people in the middle or halfway. And, like, it's not always going to be balanced. It's not always going to be equal. Like, I'm going to go through it times where I need you more.
Yeah.
And you're going to go through it times where you need me more.
It's like when people give the advice for, like, marriage, you have to work at it. It's hard work. It's like, yeah, but I'm a firm believer, too, that friends are soulmates, so that
Tea.
is the same thing.
Yeah.
And like if one person is not putting that work in, you have to decide like, okay, is my energy just like pouring into this empty cup that like has a hole in it?
Yeah. That Chris Corsini guy that I love, like the astrology guy, and he does like all the workshops and stuff.
ASL, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been so intensely talking about for the past like year or so, like your energy is your own. Like you only give when your cup of your own energy is overflowing. And I think that is a huge mistake that I've made my whole life, because I'll be like drained and like need rest or whatever on my own, and have literally still like put other people first.
Yeah.
And that's not the tea.
That is not the tea. And I've never done that. I think that's where we differ, is you will go until it literally physically exhausts you. And I've seen that in you. And I'm almost like the opposite, where I'm like, I'm not even going to try. Which I wish I had a little more.
No, I've been saying like all I do is talk about rest ever since I moved to Berlin. I'm like, yeah, rest is so important. This and that and the other thing. It's like, I haven't rested a day in my life.
But that's you.
I know.
And I love that for you.
But I do need to do more of it. And I think maybe saying it starts there.
Yeah.
And then I'll actually follow
accountability.
Accountability, taking accountability for myself.
Yeah.
Like all things in life, things happen with time. Like healing happens with time. Growing good friendship happens with time.
Tea.
Okay, I know you don't want to talk about work, but I think it's important for me, that's like, I never even knew like what I was doing with work would ever even exist.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think the same with obviously you. Like maybe now people would have more of an idea that events and influencer relations and putting together the types of events that you have for Bea and different beauty brands make sense that it maybe exists more so because of influencers now.
But when we were in college,
no,
I had no idea.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
Same.
So you end up in New York.
Yeah.
You're stoked that Chris is there, best friend forever.
Love.
You are loving your new job.
Yes.
And we meet.
And we meet.
And then you stay
7 years at that job.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that crazy?
You've been in New York for 10?
2017.
Okay.
So less than 10.
8.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so you were in that job for 7 years. That is crazy, but it also makes sense. Like I feel like you were really loving it until you weren't.
Yeah, and
you were ready for something new.
Yeah, I was ready for something new. I love the people still. Like my old team, we go out like at least once a quarter, sometimes only twice a year, but we like get dinner together.
That's so like nice as hell.
We all literally sit at the table and each of us has like not timed, but like 10 minutes to give like the download on our lives. And then whoever has any scoop about the old job, like, good or bad, we're like downloading that.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun because I love those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's nice. Like what you were saying, like lifelong friends and work is really cute. I think that was one of the issues that I had when I was moving to Berlin, because in my brain I was like, I'll get a job.
How do I meet people?
I'll get a job.
Yeah.
And then at that job, I'll make friends. But accomplished enough in my professional career that I was like, I'm not going to just take any job. And then I was really like, well, how am I gonna friends? And it's like me swirling around the how versus like, girl, it doesn't matter how. It's gonna happen the way it happens.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my biggest takeaway of the past few years. Like, especially because I was like, how am I gonna move to Berlin? How am I gonna move to Berlin? And it's like, you will figure it out.
Yeah.
The why you already know. Like, you want to. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So like, don't worry so much about the how. 'Cause I think things fall into place.
I agree. And going back to like the thought of, I had no idea this career could exist or be working in this like environment. I think the things that I would tell anyone who would want to be in the beauty industry, because that's like a popular thing, would be, one, just to be a nice person. It is a small world. I know like all of my friends that I meet once or whatever are all like at different companies, some not beauty, but a lot of them are, and we all know each other, and then we hear about other things. And two, like, and this is giving Kim Kardashian, no one wants to work, I'm like packing boxes.
Yeah.
I'm like working the tape gun.
Yeah, same.
I am like sweating, like,
never
full on.
Yeah, like there's no job, no task too small for how.
And I'm a perfectionist, so I'm like, I'd rather do it myself.
Yeah.
Like, I need to work on delegation.
Yeah, but also like, I hate when people are like, that's above me. Like, I have never been on set
Never.
in my life not fucking like sweating or like running around and doing the things, even if it's not technically my job to do that.
But I thrive in that. Like, I think that's why I also love this career of like events, is like, you're not sitting at your desk. And I do love my desk time to answer my emails, but like, it's so fun to be around people and like moving around in a venue, in a space, and like problem solving. So that was something that I think I didn't know it was a career, but it is a perfect career for me because I love being around people and meeting new people, and especially in the beauty industry and creatives. And I need to be like doing physical labor in a way.
Yeah.
I always think like I'm going to be 40, 55, like packing boxes. And like, I'm like, maybe it'll keep me young.
Yeah, I mean, it literally will.
Yeah.
When we became super, super close.
Yeah.
Going to China Chalet. May she rest in peace.
That is one of my most beloved memories in New York.
Yeah, same.
It was so fun.
Like, of my life, genuinely.
Yeah.
It's like a month before COVID hit. But we were both in the vibe of like single girly pops that wanted to go out and have a good time.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have like so many fun stories from that time period of us like going out and being single and like whatever. But then also we entered COVID, things happened. You ended up starting dating someone kind of seriously. Like, I never was like locked in, but that's like, I feel like that's a weird thing that you know with your friends. Like, if they're not like into your relationship, you kind of like, there's like this and that. But I guess like the way that you asked me, like, how do you know when a friendship is forever? I'm like, you're obviously engaged to the most amazing human being that's ever walked the face of the earth.
True.
As you are too. So it only makes sense. But like, how did you know with Yusuf that he was like your forever?
He just was different than anyone I had ever dated before in a way that I didn't have to teach him how I wanted to be treated.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the biggest things is that, and he's just different in life, and it's taught me so much to slow down and have patience. And it made me a better person. And I hate that that's a cliche, but it's true. But I think the biggest thing of why I initially was like, oh, this is different, is that I didn't have to teach him to think how I wanted to be treated. He already knew. And I remember, I feel like we talked about this, which is you're a true friend. I had just gotten out of a relationship that was bad, and we all knew it was bad, and I was trying to overcompensate with my friends, being like, no, it's great. I was like going on the apps after, and I was dating. It was like 2 to 3 months after that relationship I met Yusuf. And I was like, I think I'm going to break it off. And I remember telling you, or like, it was like a couple dates. I was like, no, I want to be single. I had so much fun being single with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want it to be a rebound. Not that I was thinking that, but in my head, I was worried that I was like just wanting to not be alone. And I love being alone. So I was like, I don't know. And I remember telling you that. And what did you say? You were like, he sounds amazing. What are you even talking about?
Yeah, literally,
like,
he sounded great.
Shape up.
I was like, I just feel like that is the thing, though. Like, you can never expect when something great is going to happen to you. Timing is everything, and maybe you're not going to be ready for it. Yeah. But like Yusuf literally sitting across the table up there, like whatever, you're like the second date or something. Yeah. Or third date, and he was like, she's like, I can't do this, no. And then he was like, well, I don't care what you say. Like, we're going to be in each other's lives regardless.
He did say that.
He literally said, I'm either going to be friends with you or we're going to date. So you can decide, but you're not pushing me away.
Yeah.
And I was like,
he literally was like, you're not getting rid of me. I know we're supposed to be in each other's lives, so I respect your boundaries, but like, you're not giving me a valid reason. And you basically said that to me, too. I
literally said that, too. I was like, I'm lost. Obviously, happily ever after we are.
Yeah.
It's really worked out. You guys obviously like fell in love and were like in a new relationship, but I just feel like there were little things here and there that you still had to like grow together with.
For
like,
sure.
Obviously, like he wasn't even done with school yet, and you were like, okay, but I'm like done with that chapter of my life. So it's interesting meeting someone that is in different places than you.
He lived in New Jersey, guys. He lied about it. His Hinge had him living in Bushwick.
That's crazy.
Crazy. I need a poll. Yeah. Get in the comments. Is it not crazy to not change your location? And he was like, I just didn't never change it. I'm like, no, this is lying to me. I almost didn't meet him for a first date because I was like, it's a long distance relationship. I lived in Brooklyn at the time. I was like, I'm not going to New Jersey. Yeah. And he was like, I'll always come to you. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. Absolutely not. And he thinks it's like an innocent little like, oh, I forgot to change it. This is full on catfish.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
No.
Okay, and then he planned a date.
Mm-hmm.
Our first date was something so magical. It's like such a meet cute, even though we met on the apps. But he planned a date for like a Sunday that was going to be our first date before we actually moved it up. And this is totally him, and he's shown his true colors right away. First lied where he lived. Then he picked a sushi place, and I'm looking it up. It's closed. And he was going to have me go all the way to Bushwick when I wasn't in Bushwick to a closed sushi place. I was like, I'm going to commandeer this relationship now. I'm in charge.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
I just think that's so funny.
But I do think
that's
like,
him.
But it is him. Yeah. But it's also like he's just so charming and cutie pie angel that he would just smile and
he's like, oh, it's not open. Let's pick a new place. Another thing that was him that kind of made me realize like, oh, I haven't taught you anything. Like you're just this lovely being is like him realizing, and it might change now, but you liking Take 5. Oh, I don't know if it's your favorite, but no, he heard it.
It is. Like, in passing, I was probably just, like, being me and loud and announcing all my favorite things to the world. Everyone listen without, like, I'm imposing my voice on you, probably. And I, like, had mentioned in passing that I love Take 5s. But I said it in passing.
Sponsor us.
And then, yeah, to Reese's. Will Arnett has been here long enough. It's my turn. Reese's snacks in general. Huge fan. Confectionaries. But I had mentioned in passing that I love Take 5. Every single time I hung out, except for this past week.
He's been so lazy.
Well, no, he's been going through it.
Yeah.
And also, I haven't seen him in like such a long time. But
we were going through it that day.
Yeah, I mean, I am always going through it. Apparently, this entire trip. Every time I come back to the U.S., I'm just going through it. But I get to hang out with my favorite people.
It's a lot of growth spurts.
Yeah, Yeah. But so I mentioned in passing that I like Take 5. And then every single time we hung out, even if it was like not planned and he was like, oh, after work, I'll come meet you guys. Like he would go to a bodega and get me a Take 5. Like showing up I didn't
even get the Take 5.
No, you didn't even get a gift. I was getting gifts. And it's like, he is just like, he is the sweetest ever. And I just think for me, I'm single.
1-800-HOTTIE.
The way that I would want my partner to treat my friends would be as good as he treats me. And I think that is such an important thing. Like, back to your ex-boyfriend even. I was like, no.
He, like, couldn't even hang.
He couldn't even literally have a conversation.
Literally hang.
He literally stood behind you hiding.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't get it, but whatever. She seems happy, but then I was like, And I think if things had gone on longer like that, I would have, like, really said something at some point.
I know you would have.
Yeah.
And I would have respected it.
I think that's, like, how I even found out you guys were broken up, because you didn't even tell me immediately.
Yeah.
And I was, like, asking questions about but that makes sense. Like, I've been there. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? But I think that, like, your partners, like, if you value something or someone, they should also value those people or things. Like, if you value your career and your partner doesn't, like, that's a huge red flag.
You know what's funny? When I bleached my brows, the hairdresser, because I got them professionally done because I wanted a blowout before Lady Gaga, the hairdresser was like, wow, he must really love you and let you do whatever you want.
Let you?
Exactly. But I think that is people's, like, thing is, oh, that's not conventionally attractive. Like, so he must really love you. I'm like, I've never had that thought in my life. Yusuf does let me do whatever I want because he doesn't have any say. But, like, it's crazy that people have that thought.
Oh my God, that's so insane to me. I don't even know what to say.
Right?
Because I'm like, I've always been, like, so passionate about doing whatever the fuck I want. Like, my ex-boyfriend.
And you need a partner that's fine with
totally.
That.
My ex-boyfriend was horrible and, like, was such a bad relationship for so many years. But one of the things he said to me in, like, year 2 of our relationship, he was like, and obviously we're in 8th grade, like, who cares? Like, I mean, everyone should care. No one should talk to you like this. But he said to me, like, why can't you just wear Abercrombie and Fitch like everyone else? And I'm, like, wearing my skate or die t-shirt with skulls on it. It's like, no.
You're not going to tell me what to do.
No, definitely not. But we will date for 5 more years.
But, like, relationships are a reflection of you. It's holding up a mirror, and we talk about that. Of, like, when someone's like, oh, you surround yourself with people you want to be like, and you're like, absolutely not. I need to cut out all these friends I don't like.
No, literally. I mean,
that's a relationship, too.
Exactly. I realized that with, like, my boyfriend in college. Like, he was, like, my only good friend. and like I didn't have
That's
good
hard
friends, and I think like
to cut it.
but I also like having such a shitty relationship for so many years, and then not knowing what a good relationship is, and then thinking that someone that's just your friend is like a good relationship. Like I was like growing and learning and trying my best.
Yeah.
So like whatever, but like I think at the end of that relationship, I was like, I don't want to be dating this guy. That is not the reflection that I wish to see in myself and someone.
Yeah.
Just in visual appearance or just in general, the way that someone treats you in a relationship, like that is how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
Which I honestly get.
You like allow someone to treat you how you think you should be treated. So if they're treating you shittily,
It's because you think that's what you deserve.
Exactly.
But that's also with friends too. Like, I think you need to get to a point, or I don't think anyone needs to get to this point. I hope a podcast like this is helping people not get to this point. But I've been at the point for so many times, like with ex-boyfriends and with friendships that were really, really shitty. I was literally at the point where like I would rather be alone with no friends or no relationship for the rest of my life than spend another second with you. And I don't think that's I mean, I'm sad that I had to get to that point.
I know, but it's power.
But I don't want everyone to get to that point. I want people to realize you don't have to go through shitty, horrible fucking things for you to then like think you deserve respect. Like I want people to know that you innately do deserve respect. You innately do deserve to be loved. And you should be loved, and your friends should fucking ask you to hang out and be nice to you and ask you to be in a picture with them.
Exactly.
It's not the bare minimum.
It's not.
And people should show up and bring your friends candy. So what's like next for you? Obviously, we're so excited about the wedding. We're so excited about like potentially getting a new job. We're so excited about so many things.
We are so excited. I'll say I'm so excited about the wedding, so that's next. But I also think, and I've been talking about this for you this weekend, and like really trying to pour into my female friendships, one of them being my sister, who I'm really close with. But like I'm so excited to go to Mexico City with her.
Yeah.
And go to F1 and like have a sister trip that we annually go on.
Yeah.
And I think that like that's something I'm so looking forward to. What else am I looking forward to?
I don't know. I feel like you're really good at being present, and that's also very admirable.
I will never know a 5-year goal.
Yeah.
Ask me a 5-year goal. I'm like,
no,
absolutely not.
I feel like a lot of people I've had on the podcast so far are in mid-pivot mode of like doing something new. And I think like it's really nice. You're never going to stop growing and learning and being like you, but you're not in pivot mode. You're like, I feel like you just overcame a lot.
Yeah.
You have been feeling really secure as who you are as a person.
Yeah.
How great you are at your job. Like there's like all these things that are feeling really good. You have incredible friends, although they're scattered around the world.
I know. Yeah, I am in the present because you just don't know.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be in the present and enjoy my life. I have such high anxiety, and honestly, medication has helped me not think of the different scenarios that's not happened yet.
Yeah.
And I think that also helped. Whatever happens, and I'm going to have fun because that's my idea and my choice.
Yeah.
To have fun this next day.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you the thing that I've asked everyone else so far too.
Yeah.
What is the time in your life that you needed to hear something the most, and what would that thing have been? I know you're an avid listener of the podcast, so you know mine.
I do know yours. I think some advice or reassurance would give to myself, and I'm thinking like college age, is like, it's okay if you're not the party girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's not you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And it's okay. Like it's okay to get a giant bottle of Moscato. Sorry, everyone. And,
Moscato?
Yeah. And watch YouTube videos with your one close friend where you push your beds together. I love you, Joy. Like you will find your person. Like you do not need to be going out. And if you want to go out, that's amazing. And you're going to find great people too. But like, I'm not a party girl. And like, that's the reassurance I needed, because I kept being like, everyone
What's
has
wrong with me? Like
so many friends.
Yeah.
Everyone's in all the photos.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the frat guys, which thank God I didn't. But
I knew them.
I was feeling that way. And I was like, I do all their makeup and then they go out.
Yeah.
And I stay home.
Yeah.
And I felt a certain way about it. But in the end, I didn't want to go out.
Yeah.
So I was happy being, like, those are my best memories, being in the bed watching YouTube videos with my friend. I know Moscato.
Moscato's
oh my huge.
God. After I was nauseous
we were not
yesterday.
21. So
Fine.
Yeah.
I brought
It's all we could get.
I brought a bottle of Andre to my cousin's 30th birthday and thought that was a nice gift. So we're aligned. I was 19 at the time.
Yeah. Well, then it was really nice. You got it
Illegally.
But yeah, that's like the reassurance. You don't have to be the party girl.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of my biggest
I love that because I also
insecurities at that time.
at the time. And that would have been like what age? Like college age.
Yeah, I was probably 19, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting too. Even like recently, like especially living in Berlin,
Yeah.
people are so anti like pop,
I
anti-capitalist.
love pop music.
I love pop music. And
I'm
I think like
obsessed.
even now, like I'm hardcore know who I am. I'm hardcore like love who I am. But it is interesting you saying that, like, you don't have to be a party girl. It's like you don't have to pretend you don't like Taylor Swift. Like I just think like just because everyone's doing something always, like never feel like you need to do that.
100%.
Like genuinely.
Yeah.
If everyone's wearing overalls and it's 2016, you don't have to wear them.
And if you want to,
Do it.
That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, I love
think,
that. I think that's important.
Yeah, you don't
And I
have
think-
to be the party girl. But
and
you
that-
can still be fun.
Yeah. I think that everyone deserves those reminders all the time because I think it's not just that age. I think it's like all stages of life
For sure.
to try to fit in, try to make friends. Like you can be different and it's way cooler to be different.
One last thing I was going to say is it's okay to have friends that are completely different than you, that you were like, we shouldn't be friends, but we are.
100%.
Like, you don't have to align on everything. There's some major things you need to align
like
on.
no, like the things you need to align on are like your values.
Core
in life.
values.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I have a friend who like loves the outdoors, loves hiking,
True.
has a dog. That's a huge thing for me.
And you're also best friends with someone that is a party girl.
Is a party girl. Oh, full circle.
Yeah.
And that's great.
I don't know her, but I'm sure she's fun.
I hear she is. She has a podcast.
I mean, obviously, surprise, surprise, if you're a fan of the podcast or have listened to literally any episode, like the fact that we talked about friendship is, we talk about friendship in every episode because I think that's such a core value of kind of like mine, but also this podcast in general. Like I wanted to start the podcast because I didn't have amazing friendships. I thought that my life was going to be without friendship and especially good friends for so long. I never want anyone else in the world to feel like they don't deserve or have really good friends because everyone deserves to be treated amazingly, like inherently. If you haven't found the people yet that are like your fucking crew, like you will. Like I promise you just need to be doing things that like align with like your highest good, the shit that you want to be doing. And you will find those people. There's like this TikTok that my friend sent me. I think her name is like Eli. I heard speaking about how like when you're growing up, her mom being like, if all of your friends were jumping off a bridge, would you do it? And she was like, yeah. Have you met like XYZ? They have amazing advice. They know exactly what to do at all time. Like they have like the best judgment. Like obviously if she was doing it, I would do it. And also like my friends are the main part of my life. Like if they're all jumping off a bridge, like hell yeah. Like if they were playing in a ditch, like with just dirt and rocks, like I'd be there. And she was just like saying like over and over again, like if they're going anywhere, I want to be there. Like wherever my friends are, that's where I want to be. And I want to be doing the things that they're doing. Obviously it's like a little bit of a joke, but it's real. Like I do genuinely feel that about me and my friends and like these amazing people that I get to spend my life with. Like absolutely I'll be wherever they are. I want to be there. Like hands down. Hell yeah, if they're jumping off a bridge, I'm going to do it. And I think that's like it. If I had the option to go alone or with like a bunch of people I didn't like necessarily vibe with the most to like the coolest party in the entire world or like this amazing vacation, or I'm sitting on one of my best friend's couches for a weekend, I would choose my best friend's couch every fucking time. Being around the people that like energize you and lift you up is the whole point of life as far as I'm concerned. That is what I'm here to do. And in that TikTok too, like being like, yeah, she has better judgment. She's this, that, like hyping your friends up. Your friends should be your biggest cheerleader. You should be your biggest cheerleader, of course, but you should also be your friends' biggest cheerleaders. Like hang out with people that you love, that you want to hype up, that you want to be around. If you're not like being the biggest cheerleader to the people around you, that says way more about you. This kind of idea floats really well with what me and Bea talk about in this episode. This morning specifically, I literally couldn't sleep. I woke up at like 5 a.m. and I was like, what should I do with myself? And I thought I could like get a coffee and like watch the sunrise. I went out to watch the sunrise this morning and I'm listening to a voice note of one of my best friends that sent me like last night when I had already been sleeping. And I'm like watching the sunrise, listening to this voice note of one of my best friends, like just saying like nothing really that much, like of note, you know what I mean? Just like a regular voice note. And I start crying. I literally start crying looking at the sunrise because I'm so fucking deeply grateful and happy with like the person I am and the friends that I surround myself with and the like the life that I get to live. This is all because of like hard work I've done on myself, like really focusing on like loving myself, but also choosing to surround myself with the people that lift me up and I want to lift them up. I have been seeing a lot of TikToks recently about community or the cost of community, I guess, or like sometimes inconvenience is the cost of having a community that sometimes is lost. And this is what a lot of the discussion is about. Like it's kind of lost a lot because people are so quick to be like, no, I won't do that. No, that inconveniences me, like whatever, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes something that's slightly inconveniencing to you is the cost of having this community and the people you surround yourself with. Like there's just little things that sometimes you just do because you fucking love the people in your life, in your community, and you want to do that for them. Like this is probably the worst example, but one of my best friends, all she wanted to do with her birthday was go out. And I like really didn't want to go out this weekend, that she was wanting to go out. And I was like, but obviously I'm going to go. Like if she wants to go, I'm going to go. And I'm going to make it the best fucking night of her life. Because if that's what she wants to do for her birthday, you better believe I'll be there with bells and whistles on. Because like that's what you do. You show up for the people you want to. Like you show up for the people that you want to make their lives better and you want to make them happy. And like that, and not because they do it for you in return, because like you are a part of this community and this is what makes it so special and amazing. So even if you don't want to go out that weekend or whatever, sometimes you just gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps, if you will, and get to the club. I'm not saying to put other people before yourself constantly, you know, but like even like Lucy Dacus, I think did an interview a few weeks ago that I saw, and this she was talking about this exact same thing, and she was saying like one of her friends is getting a PhD in like some sort of relationship psychology, and like it really is so important to go out and do things for others and to think about others and like obviously put yourself first, like make sure your own energetic cup is like filled, you know. Like sometimes I'm like really miserable or really upset about something or just feeling really shit, then I kind of switch my thinking for a second and I'll text like a bunch of my best friends like, how are you, what's going on with you? Because if you're super insular and you just like stew in your brain about all of the things that are your issues and you're like mulling it over and going over and over, your issues aren't the biggest issues in the world. They're not. And it's really easy to get caught up and be the like the center of intention in your own brain, like obviously, but like caring about others, being less selfish really will make your life better, because like it like not only gives you more intrinsic value of like being there for people and stuff like that, but like you don't get to be a drama queen so much because other people, everyone's dealing with shit. So like anytime I do kind of feel really shit or bad or down, I do kind of like switch it up and I ask other people how they are, try to be there for someone else in some way, because it does kind of like rebalance you a bit. Like if you spend all of your time thinking your problems are the biggest, like point of view is going to be like skewed at least. Like if you care for other people in some way, like all of your problems won't take up all the space. Like, you know, like sometimes when people have really bad anxiety, if there's like not a lot of things to focus on, like it's easier to like swell and spin on that same anxiety because there's not like you're not doing physically other things. Like I kind of feel like it's a similar way. Like get out of your house, do something for someone, be there for others. Like it is really fucking nice to show up for people, not just for your own, you know, to better yourself, but like you're making a difference for someone else. And then in that way, and most of the time you make yourself feel better too. Thank you as always so much for listening and supporting the podcast. I hope you do something lovely for yourself today. I hope you do something lovely for someone you love today. Yeah, just thank you again. And if this is actually coming out on Lena's birthday, happy birthday, Lena.